So this is a video I never thought I'd make or I'd have to make, but I also recognize that it's appropriate and necessary and something that I want to do, even though I'm absolutely terrified and embarrassed. I'm going to start off by saying that Gabrielle and I did not break up. I just titled it that way because I want everyone to see this and everyone to listen. I am not the person that I want to be, that I should be, that I always wanted to be. I thought by now I'd have everything figured out. I'd be put together better. I'd be kinder, and I'm just not. When I first started doing YouTube and when I first started dating Gabrielle, I was the happiest person you can imagine. I had no stress. I knew how to handle myself. I knew how to deal with anxiety. I've talked about it before. I have chronic anxiety, and I've always felt like I knew how to deal with it. But lately, I don't think I do anymore. I really don't. And I don't want this to be like some super generic, corny like plea for acceptance, because that's not what I even care about. I've never cared about that. I've read mean comments before. I've been told mean things before. I've had to deal with things of that nature before, and I was always able to get over it. I've never been the type of person to like dwell on things like that. But lately, I have. I really have. I wish I hadn't, but I haven't been, but I have a lot, and I can't even talk right now. Recently, we had a bunch of videos do really well, and I was basically a complete piece of shit. I've always been sarcastic. I've always had that type of personality where I've just always been that way. I've always been sarcastic. I've always been like egotistical. I've always been like a bag. I really have, and like I've accepted that. I never had a problem accepting that. I was just like, okay, this is just how I am, and I didn't realize how vulnerable I am and insecure I am until like pretty recently. I actually want to start off by talking about when Gabrielle and I were dating, and then we broke up in like the beginning of the school year. It changed me. I wasn't the same person. I wasn't as carefree. I wasn't as certain. I wasn't as happy, laid back. I could relax. Nowadays I can't. I cannot relax ever. No matter what we're doing, no matter who I'm with, no matter what the situation is, I cannot. And I'd honestly gotten used to that. I've been used to that for a long time. I've just kind of accepted it, and I've just essentially decided that over time it would get better, and I would just be a stronger person, and that's the way I've always looked at it. But recently I have looked like a complete piece of shit in these recent videos, and I totally recognize that, and I don't expect anyone to think otherwise. The things I say are not okay. I'm mean. I'm always seem to be attacking Gabrielle in these videos, and I am being totally honest and genuine as much as I can be when I say that I am not like that off camera. I don't know what it is. I am not like that at all. When we're just together, I do not act like that, and for some reason I think it's funny. I really do. I think like the more sarcastic I can be and the more I put Gabrielle down, the funnier I am, and it's not the case at all. But for some reason I feel that way, and I don't know why. I genuinely think that makes me a bad person. I totally recognize that. I think I need help, and Gabrielle's been telling me I need help for a while now. Not because of that, but just because of my like issues with handling stress and stuff at this point. But I've never really taken it too seriously until now, because usually when we would film, it was like my getaway. I could relax. It was like a therapy for me, filming. It was always fun. I was always like, what can I say that'll make that even funnier? And in the process of trying to be funny, I overstep, and I just become a complete piece of crap to the person that I care most about, and that's become really apparent to me and to you guys as well. I've been reading your comments, and normally when I would get anxious or scared or couldn't sleep or anything like that, I'd go and read my comments on my videos, because normally they'd be like really positive and, you know, telling me I was funny and whatnot, and that would always help. But recently I've just been reading comment after comment after comment of people telling me I'm a terrible boyfriend, I'm a piece of shit, I'm mean all the time, I don't care about her. And like I said, I've always been able to deal with criticism and hate comments, always. But when it's about the person you literally would do anything for, it just hits different for me. I don't know how to process it. It just hits harder. You know, you can say whatever you want. It just doesn't bother me. And I thought that I've always felt like that was a good characteristic to have, a good trait. But like saying that I'm like terrible to the person that I really do care about the most, God, it's like, is not, I don't know how to process it. The thing is, I don't expect you to understand. I don't expect you to, when you watch that video, I totally get why you would be so upset. I get it. You're watching 15 minutes of our 24-hour day, and the entire freaking video, it seems like I am just terrible. And I always think it's funny. I always think that, like, you know, my little subtle jabs to Gabrielle, making fun of her, whatever, I've always thought it was funny until now. And it's just a big wake-up call, I guess. And I'm trying to learn from it. But obviously in the process of learning from it and becoming a better person, it's hard. It's really hard. And I want to make it clear that Gabrielle means more to me than anything. That is something you will never understand. You will never know. And I have no interest in you knowing. I don't feel like I need to prove that to anyone. But Gabrielle means more to me than anything, and she knows that. Gabrielle wanted to film this video with me. She wanted to, like, back me up or whatever. But I felt like this was just for me to talk. I didn't need her to be there to do what she always does, which is support me and be nice and kind and be patient with me and help me when I need it. I felt like this was up to me to do by myself. But when I see that so many people really think that I am a terrible person, it just kills me. I've never had to deal with that before. I've never been, like, met someone really and them not like me. So when I read the comments that mean a lot, I will admit they mean a lot. I don't know what to say when they're like that, and, you know, Gabrielle will of course be like, "Oh, it's nothing, Jack. They don't know us." But that's the thing. I want you to know us. I want you to know me. I want you to know what I'm really like. And I'm not like that, but I am on camera. And I'm not suggesting I'm like the best boyfriend ever. Okay, we fight all the time, and it's normally my fault. I stress out way more than she does, and I'll, like, take it out on her sometimes. We'll fight about normal things. You know, we get in arguments like every other couple does. Ours can sometimes be worse, but we always come back, and we're always stronger the next time. It's always been that way. I'm gonna try to summarize this. Like, YouTube is my therapy. I've always done YouTube. I've been doing it since I was like 10. I love making videos. It's what I want to do. It's what I like to do, and I want to inspire people, and I want to make them laugh. That's what I've always loved to do was making people laugh, and then reading about how I made their day or how I made them laugh. But when you watch or you read these comments saying that I'm a terrible person, it hits different. It really does. And I decided that I'm not going to let this just kind of like go away, because I felt like I won't be able to handle that for very long. There's so many things that I want to say, but it's like when it comes down to it, I never can. I want to get better. I'm going to get better. I'm going to fix what is causing me to act this way or feel like it's okay, because it's definitely not okay. A lot of people will defend me and be like, "Oh, well, he's super funny," or "That's how normal couples are," and I get that. I agree, but I don't think the amount that I do it is not acceptable. And I do it as like a form of compensation for like my own like insecurity or something. Like I would never consider myself an insecure person, but there's something that it just when that camera starts rolling, I choke. I'm not comfortable anymore. I feel like I feel like I have to put on a show or something as a character that I'm not, but at the same time I am, because I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm 100% the one saying that. I am considering saying it, and then I say it, and then I edit it, and then I post it thinking it's okay when it's not. We're not going to stop making videos. This is something that I love to do. Gabrielle loves to do it, and I just I'm just not comfortable anymore knowing that so many people think this of me. I just wanted to sort of acknowledge that I'm seeing what you're seeing. I know what you're saying, and I agree. I don't, I'm not proud of what I say or the way I act. I see that it's wrong, and I will get better. I'm going to try everything I can think of, fix this serious problem, because we have everything. I love Gabrielle. Gabrielle loves me. Our personalities are very different, so we have this nice contrast. We are happy together. We're excited to film. It's just I don't know how to convey my, I guess, appreciation for Gabrielle or love for Gabrielle or anything. I just don't know how to do it. I get uncomfortable and I choke, and I just don't know what to say. I literally just think funny, sarcasm, and that's the only thing I think of doing on YouTube. I never think genuine emotion. I never think tell them how I really feel or anything. I also want to talk about how much I truly love Gabrielle. I do. I have for a very long time. I've never even second guessed that. It's almost to the point where I'm so confident that everyone else thinks that I'm in love with her that I don't care about what I say. I think that it doesn't really matter. So I'm like, I still have her, or she still loves me. And it almost gives a guy too much confidence. Like, you think you can say whatever you want because that's yours, and that's your girl, and no one else can have her, type of thing, which isn't the case. Like, if I truly am a terrible person, I would hope that she would leave, because she definitely deserves to be with a better person, and she totally could. I think if you guys were to know who DMs her, you'd be very surprised. The amount of athletes that crawl into these Instagram girls' DMs. Like, if I am like that, and maybe I am, and I'm just not able to recognize it, I would hope that she would leave me for someone that would treat her right. But I really do feel like I treat her right. I just feel that I just know that I don't convey it in a way that is productive or good or even appropriate. When you see 15 minutes of someone's 24-hour day and it's cut up in the way that I cut it up, the way that I think will make it the most entertaining video it can possibly be, you really don't understand the person's relationship. And that's always Gabrielle's biggest point that she makes. She's like, Jack, they don't know us. They don't understand you. They don't know your personality, because our channel has blown up this month. We've gained like 70,000 subscribers, so we have all these new people that really haven't been there for very long, because we've never had a video go super viral or anything. So I'm not used to this influx of many people that don't know me seeing me be a jerk and not understanding to at least a certain extent. And that's what's been a really big red flag for me. Is like actually sitting down and considering like what people think about what I'm saying, because I've always just thought funny, like I've said 1,000 times, and I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I just want to make it clear that I do think it's funny to be a sarcastic asshole. I do, always have, and I am just now coming to terms with the fact that that is not okay. It's not funny, and if it is funny to you, I'm glad, but that's not the type of person that I want to be forever. I will always be like sarcastic. I'm not going to go out of my way to be something that I'm not, but I'm also not going to go out of my way, or I'm also not going to refuse to go out of my way to improve as a person. I want to be the best person that I can be, and I feel like I'm in a good spot to really learn a lesson and move forward with Gabrielle and make our videos something that everyone wants to watch and everyone is inspired by and everyone laughs and can forget about their day. It's just things that I've always wanted to do for people, always, since like this is it for me. Like, this is what I've always done, always wanted to do, and we're at this level now where I recognize that it is you can't just say whatever you want. You can't just be an asshole and think it's funny forever. Like, we're growing up, we're getting older. I need to mature, and I'm not. And I think that's a problem that a lot of people run into. And I've talked to a lot of YouTubers. I'm always like, do you stress about it? Like, YouTubers are always making those videos about how they're super depressed, they're stressed out, like this is why they took a break and whatever. And you gotta believe that's real. You don't get it until you understand it. YouTube throws every insecurity you've ever had at your face, down your throat 100 times a day, and it's essentially up to you to basically survive. And I'm not even just talking like insecurities, like, oh, I have chubby cheeks, or I have a gap in between my teeth, or I have big ears or something. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your self-worth, what you value yourself as a person. That's different. Someone tells you you have fluffy eyebrows or something, it's like, ow, that hurt, but like I kind of already knew that or something. When you post a video as a YouTuber and you're used to getting, let's say 10,000 views and it only gets 5, and you're not ready for that, you immediately, it's like the natural reaction is to think, what did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? What could I have done better? Why didn't I think of this? Why are these people saying this? Like, you're really just thrown in with the lions, so to speak, and you just kind of have to fend for yourself and really, really cope with these things, these insecurities you never knew you had. Like, and I've gotten over that, like I don't really focus on the views as much as I used to. I'm not bothered, or I'm not even motivated by my subscriber count anymore. I try not to look at it, because I will go absolutely insane if I begin to look at it over and over and over again every single hour like I used to. I will lose it. You don't understand. It's not what you think. You don't. I'm not gonna get into all that because you've heard it 1,000 times, but for me, it's always been therapy. And so when I go and I look at what people are saying about the video that I thought was going to be hilarious and everyone was going to enjoy, and people are just attacking me, I have two options to make. I either say, no, it's them that's in the wrong, or I sit my ass down and I recognize that something is wrong with me, and I need to improve, and I need to fix it quick, because I don't want you guys to act like me. I don't want you guys to watch me on YouTube and then go and treat other people that way. That's not what you should do at all. I want to be a good role model. I want people to watch what I do and be like, yeah, that's what I'll do, because it'll improve your life, or the way you think, or your ability to make friends or be happy. That's what I want. And I have absolutely failed, I think. I don't know. I just think I have failed because of what I've been reading, and it's really gotten to my head. And I don't know if that just makes me like I don't know what that makes me. When Gabrielle and I fight on YouTube, it's over after. Like, when we film the video, it is over. We are not upset with each other. And I think that's why it's so hard for me to wrap my head around this, because when we film and I'm, we're bickering back and forth and I'm just attacking her with these sarcastic comments constantly, once the camera's done and we're done with the video, it's over. We are like a boyfriend and girlfriend. We love each other. We're nice to each other. We're laughing with each other. We're having a good time together. We're with each other all day, every single day. And that's why it's so shocking when people come to these conclusions, because I fail to realize what they're seeing. I don't edit my video and then go watch it and then think that like that's real, like that's us. I think that's a YouTube video. I never once considered that that's all people have to see, and that's 100% all they have to see, so I don't expect them to think any otherwise. But like, Gabrielle and I will literally just be laying with each other, watching a movie, and all of a sudden I'll go and check my comments, and it's like, you're so terrible to her, it's obvious she hates you, and I'm just like blown away. And then I'll show Gabrielle, and I'll do my best to not let her know that it bothers me, but I'm sure she knows it bothers me, that type of thing. This is what I do to myself, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I have this problem where if I get like stressed, I just shoot the crap out of my fingers. I just put Neosporin on them and clip them up. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. This is like what the internet can do to you. This is like what comments can do to you. And it's really a terrible thing. I just want to say that I recognize what I've done. I recognize the way I act, and I recognize that it is not okay. And I am making a promise to get better. No girl deserves to be treated like that, even if it's only for the video, only for the reaction, only for anything. No girl deserves to be treated bad, especially Gabrielle, when she cares more about me than she probably should. She loves me more than she probably should, and I am so grateful for that you have no idea. I want to apologize to all the people that I've offended or upset or even made uncomfortable with the comments that I make. It's just me being an idiot, really, and I will be better. This is by far the hardest video I've ever had to film. If it seemed like it was all over the place, that's because it was. There was like points where I like just sat there and stared at my phone for 15 minutes trying to get myself together. But I hope that if you made it this far, you hear me for what it is and you really understand where I'm coming from in a sense. And I hope that I can understand you guys better and that we can move forward together and I can become a better person and you guys can really watch that development as it happens. But I am done filming this because I am exhausted.